You just need to do one action. Allah says, I want to see the who goes down to earth and I'll give you everything to consume in the dunya. Allah says, I want to see the who recognizes me and who does good deeds for me and presents those good deeds to me. This is the insan. Do you understand what I'm saying? Everything we're getting, Allah Ta'ala says, I'm giving this to you for a reason, and this is in your destiny written already in advance. Allah says that you're checking your bank balance and you keep looking at your balance. Allah says, automatically in advance I put the money into a bank. Don't worry about it. It's already there in your account. Your sustenance, your provisions. Why are you worried about these things? Food or money. Wherever you go, it's written in your destiny in advance that 3,330 will be his balance here. On this day, this will be his balance. And most definitely that balance is running up to now. Yes? There's no input, no output. It's the same balance. I'm telling you the truth here. There's nothing new. So those who are concerned, who are sweating, how much money was spent, I paid the bill, how much is left, they can't fulfill the requirements. The person says, doesn't matter how much I'm spending, Allah will keep on giving to me. I keep on paying out, Allah will keep on giving to me. Allah says, don't worry, that you keep on fulfilling your needs. Allah says, pay for them. There's the ocean. The ocean. How much of the water you keep drinking from the ocean, the water will keep on being refilled. Is there any gap? Is there any void? Everyone, if the world, the human beings keep drinking the water from the ocean, there will be no void, no gap, and the water will be refilled. Say subhanAllah. Allah says, I provide. So in your bank, Allah Ta'ala in advance has already told you your balance. This much money will be in your life. This much you will spend. This much I'll give. You don't need to fear. Don't sweat. Don't run around. Allah says, I'll keep on providing for you. So the real focus of your life, the purpose, Allah said, I made you as a human being. You have one task. Allah says, وَلَنَبْلُوَنَّكُمْ, that you should keep on going back to your purpose. Fulfill this test and challenge that despite giving you everything, you should not forget me, Allah says. You should not forget me. You kept on recognizing and remembering your Lord. أَحْسَنُ عَمَلًا. Allah says that whatever I told you to do in the world, you kept on doing it. أَحْسَنُ عَمَلًا. Excellent and good deeds. This is our test. This is our challenge in life. That's why Allah created us. And it's not going to take long, Allah says. There won't be no delay. Very soon I'll call you back. When your life phase ends, then I'll call you back. You will return to your Lord. So, if we now compare this to, for example, if you go on a river, on the sea, on the surface of the water, you see bubbles, you see the foam and the bubbles. And when I used to go to Karachi, to the coast, I used to see the tide coming in, and then there will be the foam on the top, and there will be bubbles. And I say, oh, it's flying, it's suddenly going to burst. You go to Karachi, you go to other oceans, and I used to go there, look at the beautiful scene, the tide coming in, the waves. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, that you are created and I've sent you to the world and you are here temporary. It's like a bubble that will burst soon. It's just a temporary life and this is a test for you to prepare. But we've forgotten this sabak, this lesson. And the Sufis have remembered this lesson. The Sufis. That this life Allah has given to us, it is a test, it is an examination, and it's a severe examination. Allah has not prohibited us to do anything in life. Allah says, fulfill your needs, but don't forget the purpose I've given to you in life. In the world, don't make the world and the dunya and the material things your purpose. What should be your purpose on going? The same thing every day. The same thing. Allah, that's it. That's my purpose. And Allah Ta'ala has not stopped us in doing anything else to live our life. And we live everything that Allah Ta'ala has told us and we run after the dunya. Salah can go, fasting can go, Quran can go, Allah's dhikr can go. We don't worry about the things, the principles of the deen, and we fall into the dunya. And we keep running after the dunya despite the fact Allah says, why do you run after the dunya? That the material goods that I have already ordained and guaranteed to you. Understand this point, Allah says, I've made the whole universe for you. Everything's coming to you, the resources. Why do you leave my sake? Why do you leave my deen? I all ask you is in the morning to wake up and prostrate. You can't even do that. Allah says that all I did and gave to you in the dunya was just to challenge you, to test you. I didn't give you some big task that when you prostrate in the morning and that your kingdoms will expand and I'll give you so much money. Allah says, I have no need for your sujood, your prostration. Rather, it's you who will benefit, Allah Ta'ala says. On every prostration, I'll give you reward. Your head will not even rise from the sajda. I'll give you such a high maqam, Allah says. So you're not benefiting me, Allah says, when you do sajda or pray in the morning. So who's lost it? Is it for not coming to salah in the morning? Astaghfirullah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is lost? No. One sajda prostration, the reward Allah gives to the human being, we cannot imagine. And subhanallah, when we bow and rub our forehead on the ground and say, Subhana Rabbil Ala, Allah says, the doors of mercy open up for you. This servant, I sent him into the test of the world. The last salah in the day, when I'm in the last prostration, in the last salah of the day, before I go to sleep, whatever salah, whatever worship I do, when I'm in the last prostration, then I take a longer time. I say, it's possible, Mawla, my Lord, it's my last prostration. And then maybe my forehead, maybe the test of my life will end, this exam will end, and maybe my forehead will not touch the ground again, then I will not be able to prostrate again. That's my thinking. You understand? Enjoy what I'm saying? Yes. That's our mindset. If I'm doing sujood and more than our life, we need to work hard. Allah says, more than your life's worth to you, work hard on the instruction Allah's giving. We must practice on this. More than the life is worth to us, we need to practice what we're learning today. Because Allah said, I gave you your life for this purpose, that you practice my advice. Otherwise, why would I create you? خَلَقَ الْإِنسَانَ, Allah says. إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. Why did I create you? I created, what was the need for me to create you? All the resources, meat, chicken, eggs, wife, children, resources, water, rivers. I created all of these things for you, human being, so you can practice the advice I've given to you. Oh monkey, dog, you don't listen to the advice I give to you. So then what's the reason for me to give you food and I'll give you all the provisions? Why? Then I will take from you such a hisab that then you will learn, not in the dunya, I won't say nothing to you here. Allah said, don't worry, I'll leave you here, free. Yes, our situation is that shaitan gives us such a scene that you're so happy, you're prosperous, you got business, you don't even sneeze, you're never sick, and I think I'm fine, I'm prosperous. Shaitan deceives us in a great way. You know when we see people around us, a pious person in difficulty, look at him, he's stuck in the dunya, hardship, poverty, he's pious, he's practicing deen. Look at the other people. So when he's going through hardship, we think he's going through hardship. Rather, he's not going through hardship. Allah Ta'ala is elevating his status, his level. We think he's mad, he's going through destitution, poverty, hardship, or he's got hard times, he's got no car. He walks to the masjid or he walks on the street. Look at my car, nice big car. Look at this stupid man practicing deen, he's got no car. Foolish people who say this. Allah Ta'ala says, that life I gave to you, every breath of your life, the orders I give to you, the instructions, I didn't say to go work and make money and assets. I didn't give you breath for this. So I give you each and every breath of whatever order I'm telling you to do or not to do. Remember, there are two orders. There are two types of orders. One is to implement, one is to not implement. Both are equal. Both are equal. Just like salah is instructed to pray salah is fard, same way to save ourselves from sins is also compulsory for us. When Allah orders us to pray salah, you should come running to salah. When Allah says that safeguard your eyes, how dare you look at the women and you keep on looking at the scenes on your phone screen. Allah's order is so big, just as big as to pray salah. When you reject that, you leave the sin. The same, if you follow that sin, you'll get the same punishment as you did for not praying salah. It's the equal. So, you can't say that I pray salah, but I can sin at the same time. Astaghfirullah. That person's failing. So we should be careful that shaitan is giving us deception. Oh no, he's got a long beard, I pray salah, doesn't matter, I can sin. So you should not just think that I'm praying and worshipping, and then you've got a balance for deeds and worship, but you don't have the balance of zero sins. So you're worshipping, but you're doing this sin and this sin and this sin, and the sins are increasing, and he doesn't even know that I pray salah, I worship, I do dhikr, and he's enjoying himself, so cool, sinning at the same time. Allah says both things we must do parallel in our life. Both things, that we should not have the sins that Allah Ta'ala has prohibited, and we should have the deeds in our life that Allah Ta'ala has ordered us to do. And this equals taqwa. This equals taqwa. This is being cautious in our life, safeguarding ourselves. And they are the successful people who do both. Yes? So Allah says that the life I gave to him, the time I gave to him, allotted to him, the breath I gave to him, that Allah says, I didn't say to you to run and just to eat around the dunya. Allah says, now I will show you when you return to me, now I will step back and now your Oud will run in Jannah when you get the rewards. Allah won't say anything to us in the after. The insan will speak and he won't even say from his mouth and his heart, he'll say, I want the deer meat, the deer will come, be sacrificed, roasted, and the meat will be presented. This is hadith. The person that when the meat is prepared and cooked and comes in front of you, he says, no, yaar, I don't want this now, I want the other meat. Then the other meat will come. Then when the second things will come, he wanted, that will come in front of you, straight away. So, according to his desire, Allah says, you sacrifice your desires in the world. Here in the hereafter, Allah says, I'll give to you according to your desires. And how long will it take? Allah says, ilayhi al-masir, very soon you will return to me. So make a solid intention. Allah has given us a body, a life. We should fulfill and follow Allah's instructions. After today, we will never reject any order from Allah. It doesn't matter, any barrier in the world that stops us will be a test. Shop, business, wife, children, family, relatives are all a test. Innamal, Allah says that all of the things in the dunya, your wife, your children, your family, all your assets, they are fitna. Fitna equals a test. Allah doesn't say they're bad. Allah doesn't say they're bad for you, there's a test for you. Fitna doesn't mean bad or just expel it from the house. No. Allah says your wife, children, relatives, dunya, luxuries, wealth are a test for you. It's Allah's hikmah. Allah tests different people with different things in their life. Everything that Allah gives to you, everything that takes you far from Allah's love and stops you fulfilling His orders and instructions, and the love of the dunya and other people is overwhelming you, then consider you failed. When Allah's order comes and your wife is embracing you, saying stay here, or your children saying don't go, pray, just stay here. Say no, get to the side 5 minutes, it's not your time right now, it's Allah's time now, please step back. Oh, our rights, you have to fulfill our rights, our time, please get back. Your rights are fulfilled already, I have to go, Allah's calling me. Soon as prayer, yes my wife, what were you saying? MashaAllah, you're looking beautiful, MashaAllah, your appearance is good, and your children, and then Hunna libas, and she's your libas, and you are her libas. Enjoy yourself, your time with each other, because that's her time then after that. But not in the wrong time should you get stuck. Want to be a person who prays salah 100%. Whenever Allah calls me for salah, fard salah I'm talking about, compulsory. Whenever Allah calls me for salah, I swear inside me, I promise, I swear, I will not leave salah Allah, I will run, doesn't matter what barriers come in front of me, even if despite a sharia excuse, if I'm sick, unwell, or there's somebody sick in my house, or there's an enemy waiting for me, or it's heavy storm that stops me. These are the sharia excuses. Or I'm so old and it's too cold and I can't go, or I don't have that strength. These are sharia excuses that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given. But despite these, putting these to the side, Allah ta'ala has given us some let-offs, the extremities. But even those people they cry that Allah, if only I could have gone, but I wasn't able to go. Allah loves their crying even at that time, the regret. Those who are let off, they don't want the let-offs, but by force, they cry inside and they lament and they regret. And Allah says to them, congratulations, because due to your regret, I like your crying so much, Allah says, that indirectly, you are complaining to me with the love that Allah, why have you given me this sharia let-off? Otherwise I definitely would have gone. Yes, I eat from what you give to, but we eat, we drink, we live, we breathe, and we speak nonsense, and we leave salah. Is there a bigger oppressor in the world than the person who leaves salah? So at that time, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when He calls us, announces 5 times salah, and you don't see any sharia excuse, that's why Allah is saying that He left everything in the world for my sake. He left it for the sake of Allah. He declined the dunya because the dunya had no value. There's no value, no price for the dunya. That's what shows that he has yaqeen and belief that I have a Lord, I have a Creator. That's the proof. And this is the name of yaqeen, and the name of yaqeen is iman. Isn't it, Maulana Sahib? Isn't it? So that iman, who can have iman if he doesn't have yaqeen, certainty? He doesn't have belief, faith, if he doesn't have certainty. Oh, I believe in Allah, but I don't believe in the words of Allah. Then you don't have yaqeen. You don't have certainty. That you should believe and have certainty, that you should believe and have certainty in Allah's words. Whatever Allah says, that happens. That's it, end of story. The positives, the negatives. Am I right or wrong? Tell me. So everything you leave at that time when Allah is ordering you to do any action under the sun, you must do this, end of story. No excuses. If the order comes for the expedition Tabuk, don't trust and think there's a guarantee on just you working hard. Don't just have the empty false hopes, Allah Ta'ala says. Then you'll go down again after working hard, making effort. Shaitan will pull your leg, because Allah says, I've given a lot of strength and power to shaitan. And those people who try, make effort, I set the alarm. Allah says, I didn't know. I set the alarm, I tried, I made effort. You set the alarm, you heard it, but what did you do? You pressed stop. So you failed. You understand what I'm saying? That's the example I gave to you. So many times, people say, I set the alarm for tahajjud, I didn't hear it, I stopped the alarm, because you slept after making the effort. There's no doubt in that. There's no doubt you tried. But Allah Ta'ala says at the same time, لَا نَهْدِيَنَّمْ سُبْلَنَا. So I'm giving a point here on this verse. A beautiful point on this verse. Listen ulama, scholars, listen to this faqih. This is a point I'm telling you. That Allah says, I've told you, jahadu, la nahdiyannahum sublan. Allah says, la nahdiyannahum. Allah says, I've told you. Do you understand? What does this mean? Not just empty effort after making effort and sacrifice. There's another action you must do, Allah says. What is that? Allah says, after making effort and working hard, you must do another action. You must turn to Allah. Ruju' ila Allah. You must turn to Allah. Focus on Allah. Yes, you have to ask Allah for help. La nahdiyannahum sublan. Allah says, I've given you help. Who will open up the routes? Who will open up the doors? So after making effort, working hard, Allah says, don't guarantee that you will get the result. The alarm will sound, you'll press snooze, you'll press stop. So the second thing alongside effort, you must do dua and ask Allah and beg Allah to give you success. We make effort, we try, we set the alarm. And I say, Allah, I'm setting the alarm, I will try to get up in the morning. After that, alongside that, raise your hands. Allah, I can't get up. The alarm will not run. Until your bounty and mercy doesn't come to me, I cannot do this. Allah, please help me. Allah, please wake me up. I just put the alarm on. It's not going to help me. It's going to make me sleep more in the morning. Allah.